Oh, hi there, guys. How are you doing? So, I'm going to talk to you about my experience having the Surface Duo for about 4 months right now. Oh yeah, I'm a bit new still with the Surface Duo. It's been only 4 months. I say new because I believe for you to really can talk about phone, I don't know, maybe you need to have it for 1 year until you know everything about it. You know, I was going to perform under any circumstance, not just like out of the box experience, which is how I believe most of the reviews are being done. You know, when they launch a new phone and 5 hours after the new phone, they have the new phone, they're like, I'm making this review. No. So, first of all, I am recording this video on my Surface Duo, and I'm going to talk about how it's been different having the Surface Duo for my from my regular Galaxy device. So, first of all, which are the good things about the Surface Duo? The first and the nicest thing is that the phone is extremely beautiful. You have no idea how beautiful the phone is. It's like a piece of jewelry. I love having the phone because it's beautiful. Second, it's powerful. It's not like the latest powerful. Of course, it doesn't have the latest chip, but I believe it's powerful enough for basically making anything you need on the phone. I mean, everything is fast. Every app opens like instantly. You'll never be waiting for something to happen. Also, you won't be gaming on the phone because by some reason, I don't understand why most of the games, they just don't run well on the Surface. They either don't adjust to the screen. If you try to open the two screens, they'll simply won't be working. Like the touch mapping will be forced to one screen, so it just won't work. Believe me, this phone is not for gaming. If you try to game this phone, it just won't happen. At least from my standpoint of view. Maybe you can try some emulators. For example, the PSP emulator. I have knowledge that it works very well because you can map the controls to the second screen, so you can play it like a mini Nintendo DS. That way it will work. But with regular Android games, it's just not going to be working with most of them. At least with the latest Android that the Surface has. I have my Surface with Android 12L, and just most of the games, they didn't work, but everything else works perfectly fine. And well, I believe not many people is going to buy the Surface Duo with the gaming in mind. There are many other phones. Other thing, you don't really game on a phone. It's like mini games were just killing sometimes. Wow, but that's another thing. Another thing, the camera sucks. The camera is just bad. Right now, I have a perfect light. I'm at light day. That's why it's usable, this video. But if you try to make a photo or video with just not the best light, just it's going to be terribly bad. That's all. There's nothing you can say about it, and beyond that, it's going to be extremely bad. Things I miss from a regular phone. First of all, is the water resistance. My latest Galaxy device, it was water resistant. It also had a headphone jack, which I am missing very much. It was not a very old phone, but just in case, it was a Galaxy A52s. Yeah, like the pro version of the 52, not that stupid Galaxy regular 52. So it was a very good phone. It was water resistant. It had a headphone jack. It was also made of plastic, which even though not many people I liked that it was plastic because it was tough. It was a tough phone. It didn't feel like it was going to break with anything. And the Surface Duo, it feels like it will break with absolutely anything. I also, of course, I'm using the bumpers on my Surface Duo, which makes it kind of I'm not so worried every time about the phone getting destroyed with anything. But the phone, as it is glass all around, it feels like it may break at any moment, at any place. So I am constantly worried that my phone may die anytime. I don't like it. But there are also some things I like to talk about. For example, when I'm on the car right now, listening music with my Galaxy, it was easier because the Galaxy had facial recognition, so it was extremely easy to just pick up the phone. I only had to take it like this, my phone, and it was unlocked. The Surface is not going to be as easy to be unlocked as the Galaxy was. Also, as it has, of course, two screens. Sometimes I close the phone, and sometimes I need to open it. And when I'm driving, sometimes I cannot do that in a very easy way. Right now, I'm just driving for a very short amount of time. So, and also I'm just going from one place to another a very short time. So I don't need to be like 100% focused on this. I always have to be focused on driving, but right now I'm not going to speed it very much, so I'm not that worried. I'm going really slow. But when I'm speeding, when I'm going fast, I just cannot use my Surface Duo. In those moments, I miss my Galaxy phone. Also, for example, I now have to be worried when it rains. Right now it's raining. It's not raining very heavy, but with the Galaxy, I was never worried about it. And I love that. I love that feeling of never having to be worried about the rain, never having to be worried about the phone getting wet, because I could have I could just wash my hands, not to dry them completely, and still pick up my phone and not worry about it. With the Surface just feels extremely delicate. You feel like if only one drop of water falls into the phone or gets near the phone, it's going to get into the inside and it's going to kill it. That's why I'm afraid of getting my Surface dead in any time because of water or getting broken, as I already told you. So, yeah. Now, as I've been telling you, like my day-to-day experience about the phones, it's not that great in some aspects. Also, another thing, when I go, for example, riding the bike, it's just impossible to carry the Surface Duo because it's too big. Also, as I told you, it's extremely delicate, so I don't feel it safe to be in my pocket because not every pocket is like ginormous. I need to go with something that I have very big pockets, and just in that case, I can carry the Surface Duo. But of course, I will never pick it up and holding the phone in my hand while I'm riding the bike. When I had the Galaxy, well, I still have the Galaxy just in case, and just switch phones. With the Galaxy, many times I just started going slowly and pick up the phone by some reason. If I need to send a message or something like that, yeah, I could do it. With the Surface, it's just impossible. So, but now, the really good things about the Surface, the things that make me love it, it's amazing. It's amazing for very simple stuff. For example, whenever I am sometimes just spending a few time and doing something, just I don't know, just after having breakfast, for example, I stay on the table a few more minutes, and I like, for example, watching a YouTube video and also chatting, also being on WhatsApp or checking something online. And with a regular phone, you cannot do that. I mean, you can, of course. There are ways. You can have the YouTube tab floating around there, but it's not going to be the same. With the Surface Duo, you just open the two screens. One screen goes for YouTube, the other one goes for WhatsApp, and that's great. That is amazing. Also, for example, sometimes when someone sends me their real-time location for watching them by some reason, I can have the real-time location on one screen and the other screen with something else. Also, many times when I'm talking to a customer, I'm a photographer, by the way, and when I'm talking to a customer and I need to have to be watching all the prices, to have like a table with the prices, as each screen on the Surface Duo is big, you can have more things opened on one single screen. So when I am, by example, talking to a customer, I usually have, by example, all the prices on one screen and all the chat with that customer on the other, so I can be checking the prices and whatever thing I've been saying or I've told to the customer, and that makes things great for working. So I believe that anyone who needs to have that you need to work with the phone in any way or matter, the Surface is going to be amazing. It's not going to be an amazing phone. You're not going to be able to carry it day to day, wherever you go, because it's going to be delicate. Also, I am extremely afraid whenever I'm not in my car that if I'm on public transportation, for example, but I don't want to take out my phone because I'm scared that someone's going to try to rob me. Because things are, the world is dangerous right now, so I don't feel safe picking it up on public. I prefer doing it only like on a extremely safe place, for example, being on a shopping mall, or of course in my car, in my house, in the work, anywhere. I'm fine with it, but anywhere else, I don't believe it's the best idea. Well, I think I've been talking too much right now about it, but in conclusion, the Surface Duo is an amazing device, but it's not a phone. Definitely, it's not a phone. I think it will be much better advertised as a companion device, as some kind of PDA, of a modern PDA. So I think the perfect combination will be having like a cheap phone that can give you data to the Surface, and everything else being the phone. On a water-resistant phone, it will be just great, just amazing. And I do that. Right now, I've been using, as I told you, the last 4 months I've been using only Surface Duo as my only phone, and it's just not working very well because I am scared all the time that my Surface can get broken at any time. I even get scared with my dogs. Whenever my dog come running into me, I'm scared that they might just hit me and they broke my phone. That delicate is Surface Duo. So yeah, that'll be all I can say about it. If someone's watching this video, thank you very much for watching this video. That'll be all for this time. See ya.